Hello everybody! Welcome. I might have just clipped myself out. Let me adjust my gain a little bit. Hello! Yes, hello everybody. Sorry about that. I did not clip. Great, okay. Yeah, welcome. This is gonna be our first ever build stream. So hopefully you're all excited about that. I'm a little nervous. But we have the Gundam Freedom today. It is from Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Destiny, and it is one of the main mobile suits from that series. So, without further ado, I'm just gonna flop over here. Don't really have any announcements or anything, so let's just flop over to here, and hopefully everything's okay. Okay, hang on, let me just adjust the camera. Okay. We have our build space, as you can see. Hello, these are my hands. I hope you all enjoy my hands. But this is our build space, so just to kind of, I guess, like, get the rules out the way first. Mainly with lingo, so you all can understand what I'm saying. This is a hobby knife, right? Hobby knife. It's a little old, but you know, it still works. Sanding rods, pretty useful tool for getting rid of nub marks. Nippers, this is how I cut the piece out. And this right here is just a sticker sheet, and I just have that to the side because I usually have it to the side. So this is also a cutting mat, so you know, if I'm cutting, right, I can cut into the mat and it won't damage the table, the desk. So without further ado, I think we should get started. Oh, this is just a small one. This is a runner. This is what the parts are located. This is where you get the parts, and the lettered, right? So this one is F2. And with F2 we will be you know, building the V fin with it, that one at least. But I usually start with the instructions. Currently, I have the instructions actually pulled up on the screen, and just because it is it's gonna be a long haul situation. Let me just actually. Woo. Okay, hang on. Let me just wait for this ad to finish. Hopefully there's no ads throughout the entire thing, else I'm gonna get really peeved with this one. I have some lo-fi music that we're gonna be listening to. This is gonna be a longer stream, and I don't really want to listen to my background music the entire stream, so at least until I get better ones, and then maybe I'm willing to do that. But for now, let us just do this. And hang on, I just want to check something real quick. We're gonna drag this over here. You know how it is. You know how it is. You know what it'd be like. Alright, let's see. Why? Oh, yeah, that's why. Okay. Just double checking why I was getting pinged. Alright. As you can see, there's also some light here, lighting issues. But, you know, it is what it is. So, first part is the D7. Looks like we're building the chest first, which is usually how most of these builds go. You start with the chest, then head, arms, legs, waist, backpack, accessories. That's usually the order. The instructions are in, at least. Sometimes I don't follow the instructions in that order. Sometimes I build like the feet first and then build up. So like, you know, start at the feet, go up, and then stop at the head. Or build, if it depends on the build. Like if it was like a Gundam Thunderbolt kit, I would build the accessories for it because because the Gundam Thunderbolt kits are notorious for having really intense amount of accessories, right? Like the Psycho Zaku, right? It's like half of the gun, like not the Gundam. It's a mobile suit, but half of the Psycho Zaku is just the accessories on the backpack. That is half of the build. So you know, I would usually start with those big kits with the accessories first, but of course This is not a big kit, so I'm gonna be starting with the torso first, because that's what the instructions say. So I'm gonna be building kind of haphazardly here, because I don't want to spend like 10 hours working on this model kit, at least on stream. Because usually what I would do 2 cuts, right? So I'd cut like here, right? Just go like that. Usually I would also hold on to the piece a bit more, but I'm having to adjust for obvious reasons. So as you can see, this part has the runner, as it's called, right? This is the runner or sprue, if you prefer. And then you just kind of chop them off like that, right? But I probably won't be doing that. I'll probably be doing the cut and done method, which is, albeit a little more risky, but it is a time saver, all things considered. We're probably going to be trying to build this as relatively quickly, so we don't have a 10-hour stream on our hands. At least I would prefer if we get this done relatively quick, because I don't want a 10-hour stream on our hands. So I'm just going to brush those to the side. These are the sprue bits. Then we take out the sanding stick, right? And help and make it look a little bit nicer, right? Just very gently rub away you can see it here. That little white spot, that's called a gate mark. So just very gently rub it away. Alright. There we go. Do that for the bottom here. Alright. Yeah, that's good enough, jazz. And let me head over to this one over here, because we just gotta get the these are called polycaps. They're rubbery, right? They're rubbery, not super dangerous to work with. Hard to mess up, easy to mangle though, so be careful putting the polycaps in usually. Hang on. It is, like I said, it is a interesting experience building in front of the camera, because it's definitely kind of a slight adjustment to how I would usually go about doing it, which would be basically putting it against my face and calling it a day there. Can't necessarily do that right now, at least. Mainly because it wouldn't be that entertaining of a stream. So yeah, that is our current situation here. I hope you all enjoy the cloth chassis that I created. It is not my normal chassis, obviously, but it will have to do for the stream, because I don't want to be in the nude while building a Gundam, usually. So with that, let's move on. So now we need C. It's C, it's blue. C is blue. Right, this is C. It wants us to cut out this part right here. So as I said, I'm going to be probably doing the one cut and done method. So that basically means I'm going to be putting... So I wouldn't advise this for most people, but for the sake of making of a timely manner build, I put it... Ooh, it's stuck. Ah! There we go. Looks like the nub wanted to come off anyways. I'm gonna put the nippers right against the part, which again, I wouldn't advise this for most builds, because and there goes the part. Because what might occur with that is that the part might get gouged, right? If the part's gouged, then it's gonna take a lot more work to make it look nice. Mainly a lot of putty work, sanding, more sanding than what we're doing right now, at least. And of course, 6 skills like mine. SOT? What's up, Jin? What's SOT? I'm just building right now, so I just lost Voyager because my internet disconnected and my starship. Oh, Sea of Thieves. Oh, yeah, that. Yikes. Do you have any valuables on them? On there? Like any good chests and stuff? Or did it just completely fuck you over? I think. Yeah. That's really unfortunate. I'm sorry. Luckily, I haven't had any connection issues with Sea of Thieves. I mean, okay, at least you didn't waste the key on the vault. Okay, well, yeah, actually, that might be a little bit worse. You wasted your keys are still wasted because they're all in the bottom of the ocean. But you know, it is what it is. So yeah, this is my Gundam build stream. Hopefully this will relax you a little bit. It's probably gonna be a lot of talking because you know there's not much to really talk about. Building part at least. Here's B1. Right now we're building the torso of the Gundam Freedom, which is the predecessor to the Gundam Strike Freedom. Yeah, fair enough, you know, I understand. But hey, you know, I relate to your pain. Feel free to vent. Sorry, I need to like get used to building in front of the camera like this. So I just need to once again, here, y'all, I'm building kind of haphazardly here. I would not recommend holding your nippers against the part like I am doing. Oop, there goes the piece. It's a little hard to hold on to the part with my felt, not felt, but like my cloth chassis. So there might be a lot of slippage this stream of me desperately gripping the part and then just slipping out of my hands like a banana. Like a banana. Alright. The strike Gundam, it's interesting.
Loch Ness Monster.
What?
Never seen
No!
it.
Why is it ads? Hang on. Loch Ness Monster. I hate the fact that there's ads on this. Hang on. And of course my dog's starting to bark. You know how it is. I'm just going to go insane because my fucking dog won't shut up. Sometimes. Okay, this one does not seem to have ads. This one's better. No ads so far. But yeah. It's interesting because I prefer the Strike Gundam. Aesthetically, at least, it is not rubber. It's cloth. I wish it was rubber, but I wasn't able to actually find rubber parts to create the chassis with. But I prefer the Strike Gundam to the Strike Freedom. Not Strike Gundam. I prefer the Freedom Gundam to the Strike Freedom. Because I think it looks better. I think the wings for me, hang on, I'm just adjusting my camera a bit. The wings for me look a lot better on the Freedom. Okay, cool. Oh man, I'm having a hard time building right now with these. Ow! Okay, hang on, the polycap just popped off. There we go. Whew, hang on, I'm just gonna press to make sure it's in. I'm building very slowly too because I haven't built with this chassis before, so it's a little bit on the hard side. I wouldn't say hard. It is a unique challenge. But you know, here I am building this chest Yeah, but as I was saying, I prefer the wings on the strike. Not the strike. I keep saying the strike. Strike is the former protagonist in Gundam Seed, but this is Gundam Seed Destiny, and so he's piloting the Freedom here, not the Strike Freedom, which does exist. Strike Freedom, as I said, I don't prefer, because I think the wings on the Strike Freedom look really weird. Which I know is a really weird thing to not like a suit over, but I think the aesthetics are very important to me, at least. And hang on, I'm actually gonna do the two-step on that part. Yeah, it's just something about the wings I don't like on the. I think it's the Dragoons, which are basically drones for people who don't know what a Dragoon is. I think it's that, honestly. Hello. I mean, I'm not saying that the Strike Freedom is a bad design. Like, trust me, I can appreciate a suit with high firepower. Because the Strike Freedom has some beefy weapons on it, as you may know already. This preference I got you? Yeah, like it's not a bad suit. Do not get me wrong. Strike Freedom, not a bad suit. I personally just do not redeem it. Not redeem it. I don't prefer it. Also, thank you, Panda, for the beep boop. Beep boop. And what I learned today, what did I learn today? I don't think I actually learned anything so far today. What did I learn? I learned... Actually, yeah, I'm not sure if I learned anything today. Hang on, I'm thinking of what I just learned recently. Which, you know, cheating, I guess, but whatever. I discovered the other day that, only thing... Yeah. I've recently discovered that Napoleon was a very weird individual, where apparently so he got super mad at his wife for cheating on him, only for him to proceed to go cheat. But he apparently only lasted like 10 seconds. So I'm just sitting here, I'm like, man, the British should have made jokes about Napoleon not being able to perform in bed instead of being short, because at the time he was actually average height. A. I need A. A was A. I need some A's. A1. What color is A1? That's A2. F2. E2. Oh, there you go. A1. We're about to get the collar up in here. As I said, this is my first time doing a build stream, so apologies if there's any issues, like mainly me doing this, and then you hearing me cut as I was just doing. Mainly because I'm used to kind of holding things a little closer to my loving robot chest. Boom, there we go. But yeah, like actually, here's one thing I learned that is Gundam related. In a side story, there's a fake Gundam team. So in the Universal Century, there's specifically during the Grips conflict, or more like the Neo Zeon War. Actually, they were replicating the team in Zeta more. That basically what happened was a Gundam team emerged, as in there was a team of 3 mobile suits that were Gundam types. So specifically, the Zeta Gundam Mark II and the Hyakushiki, which isn't a Gundam, but is such a high performance suit that at the time it might as well have been a Gundam. There was a side story taking place kind of around the first Neo Zeon War, where some people decided to pretend to be the Gundam team. And of course, what's kind of amusing about that is that it was a Zaku 2 with a Zeta Gundam head, which is a reference to the fact that at some point when the Zeta Gundam got damaged, they had to replace its head with a Zaku 2 head. They put a Mark II Gundam head on a Barzam, which makes sense. The Barzam is supposed to be the replacement for the Mark II, or the mass-produced version of the Mark II. And then the Hyakushiki, quote unquote, was a GM2 painted gold. And I think my favorite thing is that the person I was watching talking about this battle that occurred, they called the GM with the that was painted gold the Hyakushiri, which is basically just a playground insult, but like, come on, right? If you're gonna be painting a GM2 gold and calling yourself the Hyakushiki, people are gonna call you the Hyakushiri, because a GM2, this GM2, which again is an outdated mobile suit in the first place, was going against a GM3 Defensor, which is like at the time a top of the line mobile suit using the Super Gundam parts. It's like, what were you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What the dog doing? What the GM doing? Yeah, I'm just making sure the vents are in place. As you can see, we are already almost done with the chest. We actually just need to get some red up here, and I think a black cap. And then we're done with the torso already. What the dog doing? But you know, torso being done already is not that bad. Although almost every time with a Gundam model kit, the longest part isn't on the torso. It is always on the legs. The legs always take the longest. Mainly because they have the most structure to them, is the proper word. Partly because the legs need to keep up all the weight of the top. Especially with this mobile suit, I would not be surprised if we spent the most time on the legs. Just due to the sheer girth of the legs. You know what I mean? Not the legs, the back. The backpack is a pair of wings after all, with 2 plasma cannons on them. Alright. There we go. Let's see how the nubs are on this. It's needs a little bit of sanding. So I'm also just letting y'all know, I've tried my best with the lighting. I know the lighting looks really bad, but I tried my best, so I apologize that the lighting looks so dookie. Ah! Oh, we almost just had a pot jump ship. Come on. Why am I having such a hard time with this? No! Ads. Why do people put ads in fucking lo-fi mixes? Come on, what are you doing? What are you doing that? Why would anyone do that? my god. This pot does not want to go in. I'm sure it's the right part. Maybe I just put it in the wrong order. Sometimes the part, you need to put the parts in the right order, or else they will not be able to go in. And sometimes, oh, that's loud. Oh, there we go. Sometimes the instructions don't actually tell you if you're putting them in the wrong order. You just kind of have to assume. And in this case, I think, what is going on here, boys? There we go. Jesus Christ, that was unnecessarily difficult. That was unnecessarily difficult to put on. Probably is because of just my chassis currently, but you know what? Whatever. I'm built different. Built different. Alright, then the poly cap, and then we're done. Done with the head. Now, the one thing I do fear about doing this stream is that sometimes I build too quickly and I actually forget to put polycaps in. And then I have to like disassemble the entirety of like a leg for an instance to put the polycap in. And it just sucks because it's always like a situation where I'm like, oh no, am I gonna break it? Am I gonna break a peg? But anyways, that's the torso done. Hey, I'm just gonna bring it up. Hey, do you wanna focus? Hey, yeah, that's the torso done of the the fucking Freedom Gundam. Jesus Christ. Freedom Gundam torso. Gonna go up here. I'm also gonna take a sip of coolant. Which, by the way, as you can see, it is a mug with B on it, or Basco. That's what I usually drink out of. Oh, really? Well, thank you, RCB. Let's continue. Next up is the head. With this part, which this surprised me the most. F1 here is a translucent runner. I wouldn't expect a translucent runner on most model kits that don't have a visor, but here it is. There we go. Okay. And this is why it's important to keep track of your parts, because that is actually the part right there. And we also now officially have our first ever empty runner on stream. I'm gonna toss it because it's an empty runner. I don't really need empty runners. All right, next up is, should we try to do that? I'm not sure how much I trust myself putting the stickers on with this current chassis, but should we try it? Should we try putting the stickers on? I think I'm gonna shoot for it, you know? I'm gonna use my hobby knife. Alright, sticker has been extracted. Oh man, this is so difficult to do with this chassis. Hang on, I need to bring it close. We're bringing it close. I tend not to keep my empty runners usually. Just because I like to actually sometimes I keep my empty runners to make stands out of them or to turn them into basically composite material. Oh man, that was difficult. That was really hard putting that sticker on. Whew. But hey, you know what? We're good. We're good. The stickers are good. They're grooving. They're grooving. Ooh. Sorry if I just peaked my mic. Alright, so let's get the head going. A2 is gonna be the chin. But yeah, so what would you do? So what to do with empty runners? People make stands out of them. People also use the, so like they cut up the pieces and then melt them down in acetone, and that essentially creates a like a slurry that you can use to like fill in small gaps and stuff if you don't want to use putty, because after it dries it usually becomes very plastic like, assuming you have the right combination, because sometimes if you have too little or too much then it won't dry and it just kind of remains as a sludge. Or it becomes too brittle and you basically can snap it apart if you ain't careful. E1. Let's see. E1. 23? E1 23 right here. I'm gonna grip it because it's a face part. I don't want to lose it. Ooh, I think I just cut into my chassis. Yeah, whatever. It needed to be done. It needed to be done. A2. Where is A2? Wait, do I do A2? I did. Don't worry, I've done this before. I know what I'm doing. Most of the time. God. Hang on. We're just doing some stuff here. Like I said, I need to bring it closer because my chassis making it a little difficult. The main difficulty here, of course, being trying to orientate the part properly to go in. Why do you put ads in these? Why do you do this? No, I don't want to. No, GoDaddy. No. You know what? I'm just gonna go into a Discord call. I'm just gonna go into a Discord call. Maybe, I don't know. I don't have an ad blocker because I don't want to pay for it most of the time. That's so annoying. Why would you ever do that? That's so annoying. Like, get the fuck out of here with ads and shit and my lo-fi hip-hop beats to study and listen to, or study to relax to. Get the fuck out of here. This is pain. This is so painful trying to build it like this. I can't find the proper orientation. Come on. Work with me here. Work with me here, parts. Is that it? Is that the proper orientation? It was! I did it! I did it, gamers! I did it! I wrestled with this single part for like a minute straight, and now we're here. Okay, now to do it again, but with the eyes. Yeah. Grip it. Grip it. I'm gripping it real hard. Prevent it from spinning around like a butt. That went in nice and easy, luckily for me. Now for another small parts. Haha, you love to see it. You love to see the small parts. Oh my god. Okay, so if I lose this, it's gone. So I'm gonna do the 2-cut. 2-cut method here, boys. As I said, this part is so small that if it flies off into my carpet, it is gone. End stream. Ending my stream here if I lose this part. It's just such a baby part. A little baby. I simply do not. There we go. Part has been extracted. I simply just do not want to lose this part. See how easy it is to lose this part? Thing just flips out like crazy at any given moment. Okay, this is another situation I'm gonna bring it close to myself so I can actually see what I'm doing. Alright, I think it's in. I'm gonna use my hobby knife to kind of make sure it's in. Just the back of my hobby knife. It's in. Alright, we got the face sorted out, I think. Maybe. I need to fix the eye real quick. It's the eye went all derpy. Ugh. Just making sure it's... Oh my god, the eyes. Oh, the eyes are so messed up. Ah! They weren't even they're not centered. It's gonna look so fucking bad. Hang on, I might need to break out the big guns and use use my hobby knife to kind of nudge it. There we go. That'll have to be good enough. I think the eyes are gonna be messed up, but you know, if they're messed up, they're messed up. You know, don't mind me. I'm just casually doing my impression of Muscle Guy from not the Family Guy. From regular show. Hang on, need to remember. Need to cut the parts out here. Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it, gamers. Yeah, and sometimes I do the cut part. Well, I usually do the 2-cut method with the nubs. Again, for the sake of time, not doing it here. But I'm still gonna do it if I think it's gonna be safe for the part. If I do it, like what happened there with the head, well, the back of the head. If I didn't do it, then I would have probably gouged the part out. Alright. Back of the head is on. Back of the head. Alright. Let's get the front of the face, and then we gotta do the V-fin, which again is more small parts. Yeah! You'd love to see all the small parts that can just disappear into the ether because of my slippery hands. Just need to casually create the grip strength of 1,000 gods. The parts just don't go flying off into the ether, never to be seen again. Hang on, there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. We got most of the head. And now we gotta do the V-fin. We gotta use F2, the small one from the beginning of the stream. Now, again, some people cut off, so the V-fins have a thing called safety flags on them. And some people cut them off. I'm not gonna cut mine off, yet. Just for security, I guess. I don't necessarily want to. I don't want to mess up the V-fin when I don't have most of my tools. Because again, I have moved, and most of my tools are actually in storage currently, and thus cannot be. I cannot do a lot of things I will usually do, such as sharpening the V-fin and taking the safety flags off. Alright, then it is B136, which is this part. It's already kind of coming off, so I can probably right here. It's already kind of coming off. There we go. She's off. Can I just put it on, or is it just, do I have to? No need to apologize. Don't apologize. Get the fuck out of here, RZB. You have a good day. No! Woo! I dropped parts again. Man, there's a theme developing today. There's a theme developing oh no, it's all covered in dog fluff. Ugh. It's all covered in dog fluff. So I am making the Gundam Freedom. Right now I'm making the head on the Gundam Freedom. Specifically, I am wrestling with myself, trying to put the V-fin in. Again, I kind of had to take it away because it's small parts. God, V-fin, please work with me here, please, V-fin. Okay. I'm gonna take the gem out to see if that will help out. But yeah, currently we're working on the head, which probably has some smallest parts. Other than maybe the arms, but I don't think the arms are gonna be that detailed. So currently I'm trying not to lose parts, because I have a new chassis on, as you can see. God, I'm going to cry. I don't have the ability to get. I don't want to pay for ad blocks, you know. So occasionally I'm just gonna have to stop and mute because fucking ads are put into these playlists, and it's so annoying. Like, please just let me listen to some music without ads, please. Okay. Please. Alright, let's see if I can put the V-fin on. Oh no. Oh no. Hang on. Oh no. Oh no. Got it. The gem was stuck to my phalanges and almost disappeared into the void. Now, I'm also gonna warn y'all, I'm probably gonna take a like small breaks just from building. Because currently, Blazeball. If you've been following my Twitter, you might have seen some of my kind of live tweets of Blazeball this season. But Blazeball's off the shits this season. Oh my god, please work with me here, fingers. Getting this felt chassis was a bad idea. Now I'm thinking about it, but it's worth it. That way you don't have to see my real chassis. I don't want to show off my real chassis at all. Let's see. I'll try my best not to dip my head below the camera. Fuck yeah, it's on, boys! It's on! The gem's on! Well, let's see if we can put the fucking V-fin on without the head, the gem, or the head flying off into the void. Work with me here. Work with me. Man, this is just the trials and tribulations of Basco di Prola and his hubris. Hang on, I'm bringing it close. You know shit's serious when I bring it close, boys. Come on, work with me here. Work with me. Why don't you want to go in? Why don't you want to go in? Come on, there's even like a little egg hole and everything for you, V Gem. Go in. I think that's the most in it's gonna get. So I'm gonna very carefully put this on. I don't want to pop off. But yeah, so as you can see, come on. Come on. This is the head and the chest. It's only been an hour, so hopefully I can pick up the pace. A lot of it's been me wrestling parts, to be fair. So you know, worst comes to worst, I might just call the stream early. I don't know. You know how it is. But yeah, this is Gundam Freedom. And okay, shoulder time. Here, there we go. This one's probably just gonna pop off. No? Okay. Boom. One part. That's the other part. Now we gotta repeat the process, but with this runner. Just boom, 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 boom. Kapow. Cut slam. Trust me, I'm a professional. Trust me, I'm a professional. Would this arm not belong to a professional? Answer is probably yes. Alright. So we gotta go snip, snap, slap, splop. And now for C1. C1's right here. These two parts right here where my fingers are. Yeah, I'm just gonna bring it forward. I need to remember not to bring it close to me unless I need to. Which is what I have needed to do before, but you know, the parts shouldn't be getting super small again unless we're building something very complex. But like I think that was the most complex that the parts we're gonna get was with the head. Of course, I haven't built this before, so I could always be wrong. In fact, I'm probably wrong. Watch when this is something super, super small and complex. You break out the fucking tweezers to build. With this chassis, this silk chassis. Alright, there we go. One half shoulder done. There we go. That's the shoulder. We just hit it with the sanding stick real quick. Oh, is that ballooned out? It is. Bleh. Bleh. Whatever. Totally forgot to sand this arm, but it is what it is. Now the V-fin popped off! Of course it did! Of course the V-fin popped off. You know what? You know what? We're breaking out the big guns here. We're breaking out the big guns here. Breaking out the big guns. I don't care. This is plastic cement. I'm fucking cementing that V-fin in. I don't care. Don't care. That V-fin's gonna stay in fucking place and it's gonna like it. Alright. That V-fin ain't gonna be moving anywhere now. Hopefully. If it somehow breaks the bottom, I'm going to cry. Alright. Just gotta hit it with the sandpaper. Well, it's not sandpaper, it's the sanding rod. All right. All beans. Yeah, today's theme is me dropping a part. I should make a counter of how many times I've dropped a part, because at this point it'd be like 10. These gloves are very slippery. These gloves are very slippery. There we go. Are very slippery. Alright, that's one arm. Well, that's two shoulders, I should say. Almost done. Gotta top them off with their little caps, which are these parts right here. Which the nubs seem to just be flying off the shits. Off the shits here in Basco Prola, VTuber extraordinaire. Woo! And that time, I think I can usually tell when I drop a part, because I suddenly lose the ability to move my hands. There you go. I will say that this is providing an interesting challenge. Of course, it is a challenge. So it might not be a good challenge, but it's a challenge nonetheless. Okay. 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 Go. I like the color separation here. They could have easily made these into stickers, but they decided not to. And a stickered part is always going to not look as good as a painted part. Except for the eyes. The eyes usually tend to stay on. Like right here, right here. The shoulders probably ended up, if this was a sticker, it probably would end up peeling because over a curved surface pretty hard. Well, not hard, but extremely over a curved surface. Also, just wait 1 second. I just need to check something real quick. Okay, cool. I've been obsessively looking at Blaseball all day, if I'm being honest, because Blaseball is off the shits right now. There is a whole ass effort to charge a god right now. So, as I said, I'm probably gonna be looking at that quite a lot. Okay. Now we get to the cooler. Now we're starting to get here, right? We got the shoulders. It's been an hour. I'd say about a fourth of the way through. Let's keep on trucking with the arms here. So E20. 2019 and 25. You know, I might not super. Actually, I think I've decided I'm not going to be super cleaning up the parts unless it's like super necessary. I can save that for later. Just to help keep things on a timely track, I suppose. I don't think I'm gonna be cleaning my parts as much as I usually would, which might be a sin, but you know, it is what it is, right? Especially if the parts, especially if it doesn't really show, I guess. I say that and I immediately grab the sanding sticks. I want to clean up this nub. I think it will show if I don't. So I think I'm gonna keep like the internal. So this is called an internal frame. It is basically the skeleton of a part. So I'm kind of impressed that it has a full internal frame like this. But you know what? Gunpla is full of surprises like that. So it's like, it is what it is. Let's see. It's 21. This is 21 right here. Can you see 21? Like Dora the Explorer. Where's 21? Boom. Tossing that to the side. We're gonna sand this part because it's gonna be showing, right? Don't want to show no nubs on here. There we go. And this is the orientation. Well, if I can actually put it on, of course, which, you know, with how the stream is going, up in the air if I can actually put a part on. There we go, sandwiched. That is number right arm. That is the Eternal Skeleton of Number Right Arm. Completed. Let's move on to the armor. 23 on B1. 23 on B1. Right here. 23. And I might as well cut out 22 since it's going to be the other side. You know, save us the time of grabbing the part. Right, there we go. There we go. Yeah, I'm just observing what the nub marks are because they are on the cuff. Alright, cuff has been cleaned. It's probably gonna be on the cuff for this one as well. There we go. We're cooking with gas here now. There we go. That's the lower arm armored up. Now for the top part, which is B11 and 12. And then we can just slap that onto the shoulder, put a hand on it, and then we are done with the right arm. Gotta hand it to us. We're moving pretty well. I like to think so, at least. Oh boy, I almost just dropped the part again. But not today. We're not adding a drop counter yet. Otherwise, yeah, I would, I am already demolishing my chassis here. Accidentally. Sandpaper. Sanding devices do not mix well with cloth. I'm learning that right now. Do not mix well. It is what it is. Worst comes to worst. We're gonna just have to run a live simulation of very human hands. So I can get one of my caretakers to come in, finish this off for me. Because I'm determined to build this thing for the stream will end. I am determined when the build ends. There we go. That's partly done. Just need to hand it up. So yeah, this Seed. So this comes from the Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Destiny, which is a sequel to Mobile Suit Gundam Seed. And I have a weird, like, mixed relationship with Seed, because technically it is the first ever Gundam I've ever watched. But it was at a point when I didn't actually realize I was watching a Gundam. I only, like, recognized the fact that it was giant robots, and I thought it was really lame Transformers. So I never watched it again. Mix, it never aired again. Yeah, I wasn't able to watch it until Iron-Blooded Orphans. Iron-Blooded Orphans is technically my... I would say that is my first Gundam. That is the first Gundam I cognitively went out of my way to watch. And then I got very obsessed with Gundam and discovered Gunpla through Gundam Build, right? That whole series. And through Gundam Build, I sought out my first ever Gundam model kit, also known as Gunpla, which I'm probably going to be referring to it as from now on, Gunpla. I got my first ever Gunpla kit online, and it was a master grade Gundam Heavy Arms Eternal Waltz, well, Endless Waltz version, and it's a decent model, but at the time I also, so this actually takes a lot of dexterity, I guess you can say, a lot of like build up. It's like training a muscle, right? So a master grade now can probably take me all day to build. And the heavy arms took me 4 days. Took me 4 days to build. And it ended with me getting so hooked on Gundam models that it has resulted in me spending I think easily $1,000 on model kits, on Gundam models. Easily 1,000. And I've sought out like rarer models too, right? Like premium Bandai models. Sought those out. But also like old kind of out of print models, such as like the original 1/44 scale Gundam Victory model kits, such as but not limited to the Javelin, which is actually one of my favorite suits from that series. Also the James Gun, but also like, you know, this older like first grade, which is not first grade as in the American education system first grade. First grade as in that is what it was nicknamed because it was the first ever models really built that were like labeled as Gunpla. Like first grade Zaku's and first grade RX-78. My local hobby store actually has quite a few first grade models. Just upon reflection, probably would have been a better contender rather than a high grade. But I'm not sure how expensive they are because I don't think they get printed that often, you know? So I decided not to go with that. And instead I went with a high grade, as you can see. Which, for those who might not be in the know, there are different grades to a Gunpla. Right, so this is a high grade, which is at 1/44 scale, meaning that it is 140, like it is the 144th size of it, what would it be in real life, right? And yeah, it is what it is. It is a, and usually they're known for being the most plentiful out there, while master grades tend to be kind of a special thing. I say that with special, right? Not really sure why. I mean, they're good. I just don't have a lot of them, honestly. I have the Master Grade Barbados. I have the Master Grade Heavy Arms, as I said. Right. Master Grade Heavy Arms. I think my favorite one is the Master Grade GM Sniper 2. I think I have the Master Grade Zaku 2 High Mobility type, specifically in Johnny Vidden's colors, and the RX-78. I have the RX-78 3.0, which is an okay model, all things considered. Don't like the hands. The hands are a bit of a pain in the booty. Basically, though, like you didn't build the hands. Like they were like an internal skeleton that you cut out, but it was like layered plastic. So like you had to like bend and like quote unquote break the seals of plastic to get the fingers to move, and that was horrific to do. It resulted with me actually popping one of the ball joints for the middle finger out. So that's actually one reason why it's eternally displayed flipping the bird, because its middle finger, I'm scared to move its middle finger due to the incidents, due to the accidents I've had trying to move that guy's hands. Plus, it's just funny just making a Gundam flip the bird. But I'd much rather have what is known as the age fingers, which is basically a giant paddle with a disposable thumb where you can exchange the fingers out. I'd much rather have that on a master grade. Or a kind of like the Zaku 2.0 model, where it was thumb, finger, and then these fingers all on the same part, which can be separated to do this, but only the trigger finger and the thumb had articulation, so it would be like this, right? That's pretty much all I could do, and do this and do this. They could grab like a heat hawk, or it could like say, "Hey, you over there, right? Hey, you over there, RX-78, what do you think you're doing here? Ooh." But yeah, it is what it is. All right, moving on to over here. Just gonna shove that on. All right, we're almost over. Like, surprisingly, I know that it always seems like I'm halfway through. I am not halfway through. I still have to build its giant backpack and like side skirts and all that jazz. But I would say we're kind of approaching a third of the way through the Freedom Gundam. I said it right that time. Didn't say Strike Freedom. I keep saying Strike Freedom, which honestly here, Strike Freedom's name. Ooh. That's a punchy name, right? Name something to Strike Freedom. That's a punchy name right there. Its inner frame is gold too, and it's like its belly button. I'm not kidding you here. It has a belly button, and the belly button is a giant cannon, the giant like anti-ship cannon, which is also on the Jagan Blastmaster. Which honestly was a close contender for this stream. The Jagan Blastmaster, my hobby store had it, and I know there's a lot of mixed opinions on the Jagan Blastmaster, but I think it's definitely one of the more interesting. It's definitely like, you know, a bold design choice, bold colors. It kind of looks well like pizza, but you know, who's to say. So let me just take a second to check some stuff real quick. Oh. Nice. Nice. I wanted to double check yeah. Yeah. So in Blaseball there is like I said, there's a current attempt to quote unquote charge the mound. Which the flowers over here, the flowers over here, they're points for like enthusiasm with the flowers. They're charging them down, and they aren't even scattered. So points for them, I guess, you know. Anyways, I digress. Let's get back to building some Gunpla. We're moving on to making the feetsies right now. Actually, I think this is just the entire leg. No, it's just the foot. No, it's the entire leg. We're making the entire legs right now. So that's gonna be cool. So we gotta do everything twice. That's the big thing, right? We gotta do everything twice. Yeah. Runners. Yeah, man. Just vibing. We're vibing here, boys. Building some Gunpla. Talking about Gunpla. That's my ideal date. Building and talking about Gunpla. Alright, that is those parts. Then C2. C2's right here. It's the heel. So, speaking of building stuff, I've started watching Forged in Flame, and I hate it. I kind of hate it. Right? They're like, yes, build a make a sword in 2 hours with crappy materials in a forge that's not your own, which everyone knows that generally. What is that on my finger? There's stuff. I think there's paint on my finger, which everyone knows, right? That a person tends to perform better at home base, right? Especially with like blacksmiths, right? Because blacksmiths usually have a system, right? They usually have a system on how everything works. So to remove them from that system is just being a dick, right? And then being like, yes, build me a sword, and then we're gonna shoot the sword. I'm like, what are you shooting the sword for? Right? Like, sure, it's like a show thing to have someone like just split a bullet with a sword, but like, don't shoot the sword, right? Like, no wonder like if a sword breaks because you fucking shoot it, what are you expecting? Right? What are you expecting when you shoot a sword most of the time? It's like katanas, right? Katanas, contrary to popular belief, are actually like pretty shitty swords, all things considered. They're like sure, they were like forged really well, but like a katana, right? Like, it's not meant to like go through bone. It's meant to go through like soft stomachs and stuff, right? That's one reason why like katanas were never really used on other samurai. They were only really used on like civilian armies or like unarmored people, like ninjas and stuff, right? That's when you use a katana. But like, people over here being like, yes, a katana's so good I can cut through a bullet with it. I'm like, no! If you ever get a katana, one, make sure it's actually a good katana instead of like a mall katana, right? Don't get a mall katana, because those are dangerous. Those are good display pieces, and it should only be made as a display piece. If you get a mall katana. But keep snagging stuff. Keep snagging. My hand keeps snagging stuff. Sorry. Alright. We're kind of trucking along. Making the feetsies up in here. Damn, you got feetsies up in here? I do got feetsies up in here. I don't even know what's going on anymore. I think I've lost my mind a little bit. Just a tad. You know. I'm on diet brain right now. Rather than full brain, I'm on diet brain. Alright, there we go. And then feet. Feet caps. Wow. Foot cap right here. That's the foot cap. Let's cut that boy out. Boy. Wow. There we go. You get the other side real quick. I like how sometimes when you hear me like here, just like listen. Oh, you can't hear that time. Sometimes my microphone seems to pick up me cutting out a piece. That's just kind of funny because, of course, I drop it, I dropped it. I dropped the runner this time, so that's not gonna count. On if anyone's keeping count, it doesn't count because I dropped the runner and not the piece. That's foot number 1. Now for foot number 2. I hope y'all like feet, because here's your feet pics. Bascopola feet pics right here. Alright, now for the leggies. 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 Those little Pete's. I don't know where I got Little Pete's from. I think it was from Maple. I think Maple says Little Pete's sometimes when I'm referring to feet. That's one side. I'm just gonna keep that up there. All right, let's assemble this Lego. It's not a Lego, but let's assemble this leg. So I'll go and assemble this legs. Yo, there we go. That's a pun. That's a pun. God, I love that face. Unironically, that is one of my favorite faces that I've ever had the pleasure of getting from Calarothema. Which, by the way, if you've not heard of Calarothema, I'd heavily recommend checking her out. She's the one who built my face. This beautiful face you see right now. I recommend her wholeheartedly. She's very sweet, very cute. Right now we're just building a leg. A leggy. Leg. No, I'm actually gonna, I do think I'm gonna join the Discord so I can be in the, not like the public one, but like the stream Bodginins allowed. Actually, let me disconnect. You might hear something. Oh, I did. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. I did the wrong thing. I'm a fool. I'm a charlatan. Ah! Did not mean to have my pings on. Sorry about that. That was me doing that stuff. Anyways, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Back on track. Back on focus. Back on focus. Leg. We gotta repeat making this leg. Or this is more like the knee and upper calf and thigh. Is anything? But you know, it is what it is. Please. Please assemble, please. There we go. There we go. Nice and tight. Tightened. Right, that's one. Let me do the other. So, key here is to, well, what I usually do when building the legs is that I like to, hello, is that the Maple Magic? It is, it's me, hello, it's my hands. It's my hands and I'm building some legs. Hello. Hello. I'm building the leg. I'm building the Freedom Gundam currently, the Maple. Don't mind me. I did not realize I actually posted in the wrong channel up until now, because I actually joined Stream Bodginins Allowed on the backstage. But yeah, this is, come on, get in there. Get in there. It's in there. There we go. Is this Undertale? I want to go swim and only just now it's like, wait, it's Basco's build stream? Yeah, it is my build stream. It's my first build stream. It's been going so far. I kind of regret making this chassis out of cloth because it's very slippery. Right now we're building the legs. So I'd say we're about 2/5, maybe 2/5 of the way through the build. Because you've got some feet. Alright, hang on. Let me get you some Basco feet pics real quick. Get some Basco feet pics for you. Come on. Basco feet pics. And... Oop! Did not mean to tap that. And this is the torso. Plus arms, plus head. So we've built all of that in about an hour and a half. Which is actually a lot faster than I was expecting. But then again, I wouldn't say we're even halfway through. Right? We still have a lot of stuff to build. Like the shield and the guns and the hips. Hips are actually going to be really big this time because they have big old guns on the side. Alright, time to build the legs. Well, lower legs. The calves. Alright. Also, I'm not sure if you noticed, I have a mug here with B. B for Basco. That's my water. My coolant. Coolant for the day is Basco mug. Basco Pro mug. The Basco coolant mug. Yes, that's actually the mug I usually drink out of when I'm streaming. So it is the coolant the coolant mug. I don't remember where I got it, but I have it. It's like one of those mugs that like appeared. I was like, damn, okay, that's a mug. That's a good mug. Best part about that mug is that it doesn't have a lot of condensation issues. Because moving here, I realized that one, goddamn, condensation is a bitch, right? Like it gets everywhere down here. So it doesn't get condensation super easily. So that's why I like using it. Is because when I pick it up, there won't be like a puddle beneath the mug. Because back where I was originally from, which I think I've said before, so it's like whatever. Back in Colorado, you'd be able to like make not make you basically could get like fill like a cup with ice, right? And only get a little bit of condensation just gathered on the outside. Compared to here, which if you have like even like a single ice cube in, you're gonna get like an entire cup's worth of water in just on the outside. So yeah, condensation is a bitch here. It does not. This mug does not condensate a whole lot, so I appreciate that. So I can actually like drink water, like cold water from my coolant, and not waterboard myself trying to drink. Now we can close. Yeah, we can close it up. Maybe. Do you want to cooperate here, Polycap? This Polycap, see, this Polycap here is not cooperating. See, it is crooked. That is why it is not cooperating. I'm gonna bring it close. I usually always get so much content. Yeah. One of my caretakers really likes chewing on ice. Now it dropped the polycap. Hang on. That is drop number 8 for the stream. That's the 8th time I've dropped a part today. Well, 8th time I've dropped doing this build. So we're on number 8, babes. Maybe we can go even higher, even further beyond. You want to cooperate now? Yep, it cooperated. So, now that is what a good polycap looks like to me. Hang on, let me back it up. That is a nice and even polycap. Let us continue building. You know, I should have, so I'm thinking, right? If I ever do another build stream, I think I want to try to get a first grade Barzam. Right? I want to try to get one of the old Barzam model kits. Not Barzam. Big Zam. Barzams are also cool. Barzams were supposed to be mass-produced Gundam Mark 2s. They look nothing like the Mark II, really. Yeah, we want the big Zams. Wait, did we... I'm trying to remember. Did we watch... No. Maple, we need to finish watching Gundam Build Divers, right? We need to finish watching that. We need to finish that. We need to organize the time to do that. That's another calf done and dealt with. Well, main part of it. Is it the details Maple means here for everyone watching? Maple means with the details. Me pointing out a Gundam cameo character named Patrick and just pausing the stream and frantically saying, "Look, there he is, there he is, there he is." Look, there's Patrick. Or all the background mobile suits that don't have any model kits. It was unfortunate. Ow! There goes a runner. Yeah, I mean, I did that a couple of times. Gushing about background mobile suits. Because I mean, they did for all the flaws of Gundam Build Divers. They do like doing their cameos with their with little known mechs, even if it is slightly annoying because they don't have model kits. And I'm like, but I want a G-line model. Is there a tag for build streams? I didn't think there was, so I didn't. No! Okay, let me see if there is while this is muted. Double check for me, please. Thank you. There we go. All nice in for the booty fins. Yeah, if you can double check to see if there's a build tag, I'll definitely tag it because we're building up in here. We do be building though. Yeah, not gonna lie, I do be building though. we're building up the knees right now. And some of the knee details, which again, I appreciate the fact that they added so much color separation on the knees, like just on the model kit in general. Because they could have easily just gone out the way not to use a lot of the color separation that we're getting right now. Those seed kits are oddly always really color accurate compared to like other models, right? Like I built. This is my 5th model that I'm building, right? And seed kits are. I've built a lot of seed kits, which I usually don't build. And the seed kits are very color accurate, and I wouldn't expect them to be. Like not to fault seed or anything, but it's just like I just wouldn't expect it to be as color accurate as we see right now, right? I mean, it could also be the fact that they're pro tag suits, so they could be pretty focused on getting them juicy details in. But at the same time, not sure. Just not sure about it. There we go. And now we're just about done with the scaled margin miniature figure makers and crafting VTuber tag also, of course. Okay, yeah, let me add those real quick. Thank you for letting me know. I did not know those were tags. Wait, why did they take off my VTuber tag? VTuber. Right, VTuber. Scale. Sure. Bruh. Did it just reset? Did it just reset? Crafting. It did. I'm gonna throw hands. There we go. There we go. I added the tags. I added the tags. Didn't know they existed. So hopefully they're there. Hopefully. Yeah, I'm just gonna reset my stream just to make sure. Hey, what the beans? Okay, no, they did. They did. We're good. We're good. We're good. Yeah, didn't know those were tags. I knew VTuber was. I had it on before. Don't know why it wasn't on there anymore, but whatever. Still here. There we go. I know they recently expanded their tags, but I just didn't know there was a build stream tags like that. Would have been good to know. Yeah, your visibility, homeboy. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Hang on. I need to remember. Cut in front of the camera. There we go. Yeah. Maple, you're the realest homie around. Thank you. Everyone go subscribe to Maple Magic right now if you haven't already. If you can afford it, of course. Either that or shoot Maple Magic follow. Follows are free, that is correct. Ah. Follow Basco Prula at twitch.tv Basco Prula. And get a crisp robot high five today. Yeah, I need to get this nub off. Go. Twitch.tv/BascoProla. Basco, more like Bascool. Haha, got him! Got him! Hey, you know it. You know it. You know what I'm about. Hey, I'm just gonna double check something real quick. Yeah. Hey. Yeah, you'd love to see it. So, the core mechanics in Blaseball, we scattered ourselves. It's pretty pog. Also, there's like a full-on rebellion happening right now in Blaseball. It's wild. I love Blaseball. I wish I could stream it easier because like half the time would just be me talking about what's happening on screen, and then the other half would be me just twiddling my thumbs waiting for the next game to start. So, but currently we're there's like a full-on charge against the person in charge, the boss. The next thing you do, Baseball stream, that one was just super fun. Yeah, I want to, but Lex is always super busy, and I feel weird asking for collabs a lot of the time. Like half the time when I'm asking for collabs, I feel like I'm bothering someone, which I know isn't true, right? But it's still just like it's still just thoughts, I guess. By the way, we finished the legs, right? Leggies. Leggy. I'm gonna build this slightly out of order because it's gonna bug me if I don't. At least build a certain part of it out of order. Okay, well, building the ankles. Because if I don't, it's gonna bug me, because I always hate this part where it's just like, oh yes, now I need to build the hips, and I'm like, no, I want to build the ankles first. Let Basco Prola build ankles. Cankles. There we go. Leggies. Leggies. Watch this leggy happen. Boom, leggy. Boom, leggy number 2. We got 2 leggies with feetsies on, with Pete's. With Pete's. Pete's. I like saying Pete's like that, if you couldn't tell by me like bass boosting how I say Pete's. Pete's, exactly. Maple, you know what I'm about. Actually, like Pete's. You mean how like I say bitch? Like that. I'm sorry, base boosted letters. I can't help it. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I said that macaroni is what good pussy sounds like. I'm sorry, Maple. I'm sorry I said that's. I'm sorry it sounds. I said it sounds like that's what good. Why isn't this going in? It is. It went in. Okay. That macaroni. That's not macaroni. Someone's not making macaroni. That's intercourse. This is not Super Smash Brothers. This is anal sex. God, I hate that. I see you using I see you using Cabal's emotes. I think you were there because we were talking while it happened, but I became a subscriber myself today watching Cabal. I'm glad that you introduced me to Cabal. I wish I had the confidence to talk to him. But here I am, my little me, building the Gundam. Yeah, I'm scared of talking to bigger VTubers, which is Dickens because I'm slightly intimidated by Taimora, right? Taimora Tora, because Taimora is our Taimora is in fact part of Nakama Ascension. She's just so big that it's like I feel like at times I don't deserve to talk to like even like Callie, like Calarothama. I feel like I don't deserve to like stream with them because of how big they are. And I mean I know it's a dumb thing. I know it's a dumb thing to think, but it's just like, cause like we're friends and we're supposed to be like the team and stuff, but it's like I don't know. Sometimes I feel really self-conscious about how small I am compared to those two, especially because they grow so fast, right? Like even you, Maple, you're catching up really like real close right now. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, damn, SMH. It is what it is though. Not to become a doubter. That sounds good. Maple, I'm always down to do a collab with you. Speaking of which, you thoughty rat, you didn't tell me. Wow, that sounded really mean, even though that's just kind of what you are. We need to discuss doing a collab. You broached the subject yesterday, and we never actually got times or anything down. And we're sitting here and we're like, we need to start getting times down better, but you know we didn't. So after my stream, assuming that it is a reasonable hour for you, we should talk about doing the Doki Doki collab at least. Yeah, because you want sleep. What's sleep? Why isn't this going in? Bitch, what the fuck is this? What the fuck? Oh, huh? Hang on. What the fuck happened here? What the beans? Why did this not go in? That's super weird. Don't tell me the part's warped because I don't have my heat gun right now. Oh no. Oh, it's good. Wait, is it? No, it's not good. I missed it. I missed the hole. I think I built this part wrong. Am I building this wrong? Like, so hard to tell. Vents forward. No, I am building this wrong. It's backwards. The ankle is backwards. It is backwards. I did build this incorrectly. Sitting here this entire time being like, why the fuck can I... Is it backwards? It is. I did. I messed up. The Basco Pro messed up. Big news. I never mess up. I'm a pro gamer. I never mess up. Basco the Pro doesn't do messing up. Is this Minecraft? This sounded like a Minecraft music. Number 9. We're at number 9 for drops. I'm not playing the Minecraft OST because I'm worried about copyright. This is currently copyright-free music. This leg is correct, so I don't need to fix that leg. Yeah, I'm worried about getting copyright struck. So it's like I'm not playing the game, which is what I'm worried about. Right? Like, you can get copyright strikes from the video game soundtracks, because I'm not actually playing the game. So that's what I was worried about. Go. Charlie, go. Oh. Oh, I missed it again. Ugh. I want to get a better camera for this. Yeah. Yeah, we got some legs. We got legs with ankle armor now. Next up is the hips. We're building hips now. At least before we have to build the side skirts, because the side skirts are massive. Alright, so top part is this. There we go. Pop that out. So one reason why I chose this, the Freedom Gundam, is because the Freedom Gundam's wings are used in the Helios Gundam, which you know your boy, right? I'm gonna probably get that model kit and build the shit out of it when it comes out. And I might even do it on stream, as a treat. And the Helios Gundam's wings are the Freedom Gundam's wings, just turned upside down, which I think is just the funniest part about that design. Right, the Helios Gundam's wings. You'll see it when I build the Freedom Gundam's wings. They have the same wings, but one is just turned upside down. I think that's hilarious. Go. B1. Time to get a booty flap. Look at this booty flap right here. Y'all ready for? I don't think y'all are ready for the booty flap. I mean, the booty flap doesn't move, but I don't think y'all are ready for the booty flap. Look at this booty flap right here. Ah, yeah, booty flapped. The butts. The ass. Hang on. The ass. Observe the ass. Alright. Now, for the front skirts. So, one thing, some interesting things about Gunpla, right? So the front skirts, right, are always, well, not always, but most of the time they're made like this, right, where they're connected. And if you put them in the groin piece, they'll move as one like singular flap. But a really easy way to actually increase the mobility of your model is by taking the hips, right? Taking your nippers and separating them. Now, I'm gonna groom it real quick, right? Because nippers don't make perfect cuts. And sometimes it results in them kind of catching on each other. So I usually do 2 cuts here. One separating the piece, and then the second one going the perpendicular direction of the first cut in order to separate them and kind of smooth out the ball a bit in order for them to not rub against each other. Which thus increases the ability for them to actually the mobility of the part in question. That being the hip skirts. So sometimes they end up a little loose, but a little dab of paint or like even floor wax will actually help that, surprisingly. So fun fact for any person with like figures, if you have like a figure at all, if you have like a loose joint on a figure, or in this case a gunpla, way you can fix that is through a variety of ways. If you have the ability to disassemble the part, right? Take the pegs here, right? So like, you know, or like the ball joint, right? Because the ball joint's a little loose now, which is, you know, preferable to having a single flap. My dogs are barking. I apologize in advance. And of course, that's number 10. We're at number 10. Hey, I need to find the part. We're at 10. 10th drop here, babies. Hey, I'm actually gonna drop just a tiny bit. Just a little bit of a gain drop, so I don't blast the ear out. So I'm sorry if I did. Yeah, we're at number 10 for drop parts this stream. Can I get a pog for number 10? Yeah, that is the hips. Now, I don't think you guys are ready for this. I don't think you're ready. Up half, bottom half. Boom. Got a boy who can stand now. And also, my god, there's a lot of nubs that I did not clean up down there that keep catching. I'm gonna do this a little run of the sanding stick on the legs. Try and help that a little bit. Yeah, so nubs, Maple, are basically what is left behind when you cut out a part from the runner. And it is currently catching on me. But you know, it is what it is. But yeah, that is the body. Now, this is where things start getting a little spicy. Because I assume the next part is us making the side skirts. They are. We're making the rail cannons. I don't think y'all are ready for the rail cannons. Alright. That's D. This is A. Rail cannons. Throwing that out. Boom. Little boops and bops. The rail cannon. Oh no! There you go. Let me get the other halves out as well. Man, this runner is fucked up. Good thing the runner is broken instead of the parts, am I right, gamers? My bits. My bitties. Alright, so this is the bottom part of the rail cannons. So what's interesting about this model too? Yeah, so the like, so for instance, this right here, this is called a runner. That is what they are called. They're also called sprues. Yeah, sprues are runners. Usually it's up to the person in question on what they call them. I call them runners. Yeah. Go there. So this Gundam too, I'm not sure if you noticed, is very black and white. Most Gundams I would say are kind of blue, red, yellow, and white. That's kind of usually the color scheme of a Gundam. But this Gundam's actually very black and blue, blue, and red. Not black, blue, and red. Black, blue, and white with hints of red. The blue's gonna super increase, because right now I'd say it is predominantly black and white with blue, but the blue's gonna super increase when we actually build the backpack. Go. Cleaning up the side skirts. I should have been doing this for the entire model kit, but for the sake of time, I just decided not to. I'm just gonna come back to it later. So it is what it is. That's one part of it done. Now for the rest of the rail gun. Let's start getting that done. I'm gonna move this up here. Actually gonna kind of toss that right. Don't. Probably not gonna really use the rest of the stickers. I just wanted to use them for the camera. Oh, thank you, Maple. And the basketball bug strikes again. Wait, is this the right part? It is, it is. Oh boy, we're gonna cut off a lot of pieces here. Based on the condition of this runner, probably a lot of them are just gonna fall out. Yep. Thank you. I like the Basco mug too. It was one of the few mugs I kept moving across the country. All the rest are in storage or was sold. The garage sale. Alright. Hope we also need to get the handles. Are these the handles? They are the handles. All right. Hey, that is, I would say that is our first real runner that we have emptied this stream. Now we have emptied some before, but like I wouldn't really say that we emptied it. Yeah, you gotta love the flowers. They're definitely enthusiastic about doing the charge, it seems. Sorry, I'm just also looking some stuff over real quick. Let's see if I missed anything. Look it up. Dang. All right, hang on. Guys, send a message real quick. All right. Sorry, I just want to check something. Let's get back to the build. Yeah. Gotta put these aside because these look like runners, and they're not. Yeah, that condition of that runner was subpar at best. So I'm glad that the actual parts seem to be damaged. Thankfully. All right. Now let's get to cleaning because I'm definitely need to clean these. And that's number 11. Gotta love to see it. Alright, number 11 was dropped. Or that was the 11th drop. Don't actually quote me on that, but I think it's more. I think I dropped more than I'm saying. Go. One part. So we're just cleaning the parts right now. You know how it is. Making sure they're nice and purty for the ball. Which is, if you hear like a scraping sound, like here, let me just. That sound, that's me. That's me sanding away the pain. Is it? Is it a comfy sound? You sanding? Because I know a lot of people who would say it's an annoying sound. We had number 12, but I caught it midair. So never say I'm bad at video games again. Oh. There we go. There we go. All of them parts are now cleaned. Let's just get cannon set up. Go like this. Oh, I see. Little nub here is on the outside. You can probably flip it out. Makes sense. There we go. Need this right here. This piece. We get in there. There we go. There we go. Yes. And that's number 13. Foot lettuce. Number 13. Burger King foot lettuce. Number 12. I will kill your dad. Oh wait, no, I did that wrong. Number 10. Your dad will die. There we go, that's the right one. Your dad will die. Not the best impression, but you know what? Never claimed to be an impressionist, so suffer if you don't like it. Oh, I did that backwards. This is the right side. This is the right one. Yo. Think. Yeah. Yeah. You're getting there. We aren't getting theirs. This build's going a lot quicker than I was expecting, which is good, partly. We got the main part of the railgun done with. These are that is the railgun right there. The barrels of it, at least. I need the tips. Here's the tips. You cut them out. Oop. Got a little snag. As in my foot, not my foot. My pinky wrapped around the foot of the Freedom Gundam. The Freedom Gundam. Gumbum bum bum. You know, I don't know how this would be done, but I would love to try to figure out how to do a build stream collab. Because I recently discovered that VTubers are also nerds. And they also like Gundam. Like Cabal. Cabal. That dude is a... I say this in the nicest way possible. That dude's an advanced Gunpla nerd. Dude was even using mother flipping Greeblies on his builds. No idea how that would actually be done, of course. The build stream collabs, but still wanted to figure it out sometime. You know, perhaps it's just the two of us, or more, hanging out in a call while we build. Greeblies are little detail bits. Yeah, that could work. But the little bits that you put onto a model kit to add texture usually, most of the time they're round little discs. Most of the time, not all the time. Build fever. I don't know what I was saying there. Anyways, so I got like hyper focused on cutting out the parts for like a second there. Super focused. Focused. Amugust. This right here is the rail. This is the assembling the body of the railguns. I don't know if it will teach me. Oh, it does teach me how to fold them. Do fold up. Storage purposes. It's interesting because with Cabals, we're talking about Cabal. It's interesting because I think I prefer going into Cabal streams earlier. At that point, that's not everyone's awake yet. I did this one backwards. This one's upside down. But I prefer going to Cabal streams earlier, which I know might be weird to say. Mainly because I feel like it's a much more intimate experience because there's just less people to worry about. Which I guess it might be selfish, because especially because Cabal's so big, right? Like he's an affiliate. But you know, there's just something appealing about like having a more intimate stream being so early, right? Not as many voices to talk over. Which, you know, it is what it is. At a certain point, that is the fate of all streamers. Is that there'll be too many voices. Yeah, I saw that one time. It was super good. Like, mad respect for him to having like kind of like a more like a metal soundtrack. I imagine most streamers would want to have kind of calmer music, but nah, the Kabal's over here playing like fucking heavy metal and shit. Alright, there we go. Fold it up. That's the folded up railgun right there. So just for purposes, we flip that down, flip this up and around, and then just kind of snap them together, more or less. There we go. Now that's going on side skirts area, which is right there and there, and that is the almost complete mobile suit. We still got looks like we still got to build its beam sabers, and of course we still got to build its backpack, and then after that, then the build after the accessories, of course, which shouldn't take more than a couple minutes, the stream will be over. Build hype. Almost Dunzos. Dunzos for wheels. Yeah, I mean, I'm not planning on playing a game today. Just planning on building the Gundam, and after that, I'm probably gonna raid someone and have a good night before tomorrow. Because by the way, tomorrow, for all those watching, Gartic phone is going to be a thing that's happening tomorrow for Timora Tor's re-debut. So if you like me, I'm going to be appearing on there, and if you like that stinky tiger named Timora, that's also going to be she's also going to be there. Do I need to buy a Gartic phone? I just realized I don't think I actually bought it. That's fair. Collabing with everyone's very fun. No, I'm also proud. That's good. Good that's free, because I don't want to pay. I got really disappointed when I guess like my free trial to GeoGuessr ran out. No! Okay, the beam sabers just won't stay on. Okay, well, I built the beam sabers because they're supposed to go on the side skirts, but they won't stay on, so I'm just gonna link them together, because they do turn into a double-sided beam saber, and that's just gonna be right there. Because, as I said, just they will not stay on. Okay, so now this is the big part. So, flipping him over, because this is where it gets serious. Ugh. Oh yeah. This is where it's getting serious. Ooh. All right, backpack time. So, got this and this. Smooching it up. Smooching it up. There we go. There we go. Mooched. And then we need this for this part right here, which is thrusters. And just fucking smush this, yeah. There we go. And that is the backpack. As in, that is the core of the backpack. We still have to build the wings. Let me just slap that on. Strike. This is the normal freedom rata. No more freedom right here. You can see because there's no gun in its belly. Plus the railguns. But yeah, no, normal freedom. Currently, we're building the wings. See, we just finished building the backpack, the core of it at least. Then we are gonna be moving on to building the wings themselves, which is right next, right now. But yeah, welcome Rada, welcome back. Looks like we're building the plasma cannon part first, which is I'm not complaining about it. I was like, what the heck is that? Will you do the justice at some point? I would love to do the justice at some point. My main thing is that I try to support local hobby stores as much as possible. And the store did not have the Justice Gundam at the time, but I will love to do a Justice Gundam. Love to do it. I originally I do have a Justice Night Gundam, but that's currently in storage. I built it already. It's already in storage, unfortunately. Yeah, I know. Freedom and justice go hand in hand, but you see, I don't have it unfortunately because the store didn't have it. Otherwise, I would have totally built a Justice Gundam. In fact, I might try to track that down next since you bring it up, since they are companion suits. I might try to track one down and do that next. I'm not sure how often I'm gonna be able to do this, of course. I do have the pretty staunch limitations of currency to deal with. But I would love to do this, like, maybe like a once a month thing. Do a build stream once a month. I would like to do that, you know? Place that there. Now, that's number 14. That's 14th drop today. Yeah, like, I mean, assuming people want to see more, I will gladly do more build streams. Gladly. Earlier during the stream, I was actually talking about the freedom. Mainly, I would really like to build a Helios Gundam. You know, I would love to get my grubby robo mitts on a Helios Gundam, and build the heck out of that. Oh, thank you, Orion. Hi, Orion. Aren't you supposed to be running D&D right now, Orion? Basco mug. Basco mug, you know it. Time for Basco mug. Mugged has been Bascoed. Yeah, the Helios Gundam is just, ooh. That is designed to my sensibilities, not only because it's kind of in my color scheme, not to brag, but it kind of is. But because I as much as I try to be like, oh yes, I like Gundam because it's a super serious war story, a part of me will always be, oh man, my monkey brain goes just ballistic seeing a giant laser cut through like 10 billion mobile suits, right? That's like same reason why I like the Gundam X Mao, Gundam Crossbone Mao so much, because it had a satellite cannon in its chest that cackled when because it was like a skull, it was like a giant skull, and it cackled when it fired. I'm like, how could you not like that? How could you not like that? Also, that is the next empty sprue and ore gunner. Next is this one. One of the most satisfying parts about doing these, about building models, in my opinion, other than the process of actually building the model, of course, because that is very satisfying in my opinion, is slowly seeing the parts on the sprue go missing. Hello, Selfin. Yes, I am also an experienced modeler, so I'm very quick at building. I'm very proficient at it. Hello. I am not Tabasco currently. I am Basco. Do you want me to be Tabasco? Because I can be Tabasco. But yeah, I'm a proficient modeler, so I can build things rather quickly, I would hope. Haha! That's good to hear. Little hands is good. Yeah, I'm actually gonna try to clear parts. Whee. There we go. Kind of snaps in place there. Really bad seam lines here, y'all. Really bad seam lines. I mean, it's kind of what do you expect here, but there's a seam line running all the way down. So it's not optimal, but I mean, it is what it is. It's kind of hard to make a gun without a seam line, at least for a high grade. Is this session over, Selfin? For the D&Ds? Is the session over? Or are you just saying hi for like a 5-minute break or something? No? They're just saying hi? Well, hi, Selfin. Saying that you taking the dice luck, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. I am sorry. Little Hands is simply too thick not to take the... Little Hands, for those who may not know, is my one of my D&D characters. They are a very thick not rat. That's Maple. They're a very thick raccoon. Raccoon. Big hiccup. Oh, my hiccup drives are going ballistic right now. Alright. That is Plasma Cannon 1 complete, it looks like. And that is Plasma Cannon number 2? Plasma Cannon number 2. Done. Let's go on to the next page. That is The wings. We're building the wings now. Alright, so plasma cannons are going up here. Alongside this lovely, lovely machine. Yeah, man, it's very good. Gundam good. I'm also I'm double checking something real quick. Don't wanna. Aha! I knew I needed to double check. Taking a second. Know how it is. Taking a second. Yeah, while I'm taking this second, remember, if you are liking what you're seeing right now, don't be afraid to shoot a follow. That way you get to know when I am streaming, whenever I am live currently. So yeah, don't be afraid to shoot a follow. It is free, after all. And yeah, back to building the wings. Okay. Now we get to have this lovely blue. Now this is where it's gonna get super, super, super blue. So C6. What if it's gonna have me build? It is gonna have me build one at a time. So I'm just gonna build one at a time. Yeah, it's this lovely blue. It's gonna be super blue. Because currently the only blue's up in the shoulders and the feet. But after we're done here, it's gonna be super, super, super blue. Go. And then this over here. Alright. This is like a little frame piece, and it's gonna go in here. It looks like this had Wendy's ghost pepper ranch sauce with nuggets, literally not spicy. What the? How do you not make ghost pepper spicy? I mean, hey, Orion, if you want something spicy, I can send you some of my ramen. You saw how that made me. You know, I love Wendy's. It's the lowest ingredient on the list. Why would you call it Wendy's? Why would you call it ghost pepper then? I mean, obviously for marketing purposes, but why? Why? C7. 7. Boom. Alright, that is C7, and then D 13. 13. We're so close. We're so close to finishing. And like one of my favorite parts too, other than everything else I've listed so far of my favorite parts, is the complete product. It's just getting to finish your mobile suit is such a satisfying feeling. And of course, I encourage all of you to build your own Gunpla as well. Gunpla is fucking great. And that's not even sarcastic. I realize it sounded really weird and sarcastic, but no. I mean this when I say Gunpla is legitimately one of the best hobbies I've had. Period. So get on it and get a Gunpla. I'd recommend a high grade if anyone is looking to get into Gunpla. I'd recommend a high grade for the first one, because those are the easiest ones to build. As you can see, it's only been 3 hours, and I've already almost completed my high grade. But also keep in mind that I am a proficient modeler, so my build time is not a good comparison point. Well, so yeah, Haros are very cute. Give yourself a Haro, Maple. Give yourself a Haro. Alright. That's one side of the wing done. C9. SD Gundams are also cute. Oh yeah. My hobby store had a ST0 Maru and I was very tempted to get it. Cause I already have an ST0 Maru, but you know, you can never have too many STs in my opinion. Especially, I think it was the full armor ST0 like Zero Maru. Yeah, full armor. So it had like a bunch of jazz on it. Like a bunch of cannons and like fuel tanks and jazz. But you know, Gunpla, favorite MS that's not a Gundam, Hyakushiki. Easy, Hyakushiki. I mean, that might be a cheat too, since it is very close to a Gundam, but Hyakushiki. I actually did customize the Hyakushiki recently. It's currently in storage. Because of this whole move situation. Called the Ni Hyakushiki. And, yeah, it is really good. I can pull up a picture of it real quick, if possible, that is. Shaw Asimov is one of my favorite characters in Gundam, so the Hyakushiki naturally appeals to me. As well as just being, you know, it's a golden mobile suit. You can't really go wrong with a golden mobile suit. Alright. Wing 1 complete. Alright, and then I'm just gonna scroll down a little bit. Oh, not complete. I need to add this frame part. As for if you're looking for oh yeah, no, 100%. Char can pull it off. I made my Hyakushiki white and gray rather than gold. Because gold is just the color of the anti-beam material they were using. Alright, way. That was the right. Wrong way. That's one of the wings done. Actually, I'm just gonna put it on. Go. One wing. Gonna be standing now. Actually, he's gonna be laying now because I could feel it's already back heavy. I could feel the back weight already pulling it down. But yeah, the favorite grunt suit though in the UC is the GM3, because I love myself bunny ears on a mobile suit. Favorite general mobile suit is the Hyakushiki. Favorite non-UC grunt suit is the Greys from Iron-Blooded Orphans. If you couldn't tell already, I kind of like suits that are already like in canon, very customizable, because the Greys is highly customizable, as well as the GM3. I mean, the GM3 at one point even got its own G Defensor booster from like the Super Gundam. Favorite Gundam's a hard question to answer for me, honestly. It kind of changes on the day. But I'd say most consistently, I would say that my favorite Gundam is the Delta Gundam or the Barbados. Because the Barbados is my first Gundam, and I have a soft spot for it that I haven't been able to shake. So, you know, that's just how it is. I was just taking a second, like I had like a buffering moment where I was like, oh, what am I doing now? Building wings still. And this is 10, right? This is 10. What is yours, Rada? Tell me your favorite mobile suits. Give me the deets. Yes, I did actually. I was told yesterday I do not seem like a person who started with Iron-Blooded Orphans, but you know I did, and you know I'm not afraid to admit it. You know, some people like to trash on Iron-Blooded Orphans, but you know it got me into Gundam. I wouldn't be doing this now if it wasn't for Iron-Blooded Orphans, so it's like whatever, you know. I can like what I like. Yo, that's fair. Sosby is iconic. You know, when I first had this idea, I wanted to build a Nightingale, but I couldn't find one. So, we're doing the Freedom Gundam instead, since I couldn't find a Nightingale. God Gundam's also very good. Gotta love yourself a God Gundam. I actually made a reference to God Gundam, talking about Blaseball, because one of my favorite players did like a pretty historical thing, and I made the Death Scythe Hell Custom is also godlike. Yeah, you know I have always been full transparency here. I've always been partial to the heavy arms compared to the Death Scythe. I don't care for the pilot that much, in all honesty, but I do love its design. I was also mentioning earlier, when I was just kind of rambling, you know, as ramblers do, that the heavy arms, specifically the Endless Waltz Gundam Heavy Arms Master Grade, is my first ever model kit that I've ever built. So this also has a very deep and personal soft spot to me, because without it I would not be doing this. Not the one with the mask, just the normal red, orange, and white color scheme one. That one, the one you're thinking of is called the Heavy Arms Custom. Also, empty sprue. Empty sprue. No, the one with the clown mask, that is the custom, which is also very good. I just don't like the clown mask. I think that was the weirdest design decision they could have made for any Gundam, in all honesty. It was so weird. There was no need to have a clown mask on that mobile suit, but they put one on. Like, it wasn't even like built into the mobile suit. Just like the pilot was like, "Yes, I'm going to put a clown mask on my Gundam." Because it got shot off, right? It got shot off and it showed us like its full Gundam face. It was such a weird decision to do that. That's number 14. Yeah, true. I sometimes forget Jiminy Cricket is afraid of clowns, because the space clown mafia killed his family when he was a kid. By the way, that is a real thing that happened in G Gundam. That is one of the main characters' main motivations, is the clown mafia killing his family when he was a little kid. Sorry, let me correct that. Space clown mafia killed his family when he was a little kid. All right. This is the last wing. So we need actually one of my favorite always with Hey Japanese. About to see my Chibity on my good. But yeah, this here, that's the Freedom Gundam. And with the Helios Gundam, I'm gonna let y'all in a little secret here. I'm gonna let y'all in a little secret. I'm just gonna take off its backpack real quick. And this is how the Helios Gundam's wings are. That's how they made the Helios Gundam's wing binders, is by just simply flipping over the wing, the silhouette at least, of the Freedom Gundam's wings. Of course, there's more to it, because they do have it does have the 2 satellite cannons from the Gundam X. We're not quite done yet. We still need to build this man's equipments. But after that, we'll be done for the day. So, just tell me how to put the wings on. Alright. Time for Goons. Goons. Of course, the guns being... Actually, no, I was about to say this gun is just 2 halves making a sandwich. But no, there's actually something going on top. Which is unique for a Gundam. Relatively unique, at least. You know, it is a very stylish Gundam Rata. I totally understand. It is very, very stylish. Alright, have a good night. I'm about done anyways. So you have a great night. Thanks for hanging out again. Always a pleasure to talk with you. Never be afraid to message me either, just to nerd out about Gundam. I'm always, and I mean, I'm always ready to talk about Gundam, just like at a drop of a hat. Right? Just I could be driving and someone would be like, "Hey, want to talk about Gundam?" I'll start a voice call, talk about Gundam. So, never be afraid to message me wanting to talk about Gundam. Yeah, maybe mad is a word for it. I think another word for it is obsessed. Right, and then there we are. That's one part done, and then we're fucking done with this, boys. Please. That was a very high note I hit there. Did not know I could go that high. Yeah, I'm having a hard time. There we go. With the scope, and then I need to put the barrel on. Then we are done with the gun. And then we need to build its shield, also known as the board. There we go. That's the gun. I'm just gonna actually, don't mind me, I'm just gonna put it in its hand if I can. Also, its side skirt fell off because it's on polycaps. Let's get the gun in its hand. Work with me here, freedom, please. There we go. Let me get that side skirt back on. Give that a good old squeeze, a little squaz. All right, now for the shield. We already built the beam sabers. Little squinch. Alrighty. And that is another sprue. Clear. And incoming, another sprue being clear. That's another sprue that's clear. It's just tossing them to the side right now. Moving you up, boy. There we go. Then, incoming, another motherfucking sprue being clear. There we go. That's another. And bang, shapow. That is a shield. Let me get that handle on, and I'm gonna do a quick little pose, lane pose, and we'll call it a stream. Very interesting build. Not get bored. So, because sometimes when I'm building, I do get bored. Right? That's just how it is sometimes. So while I'm posing it, so let's get this gun up. Let's get. Oop. Hang on, let's get these deployed. Alright, get the rail guns deployed, and then there we go. That's the rail cannons deployed. Right, so you got the beam gun, we got the two cannons, and then for the main show, maybe. If I can actually get them out, so that is. There we go, that's one wings gun open. And then the next. Start with. So, fun fact: these wings are actually heat sinks. They're meant to slurp up all the heat that these massive guns on its back are producing at any given moment in time. So that is what I would call a full burst, if I've ever seen one. Yeah, full burst. It's bursting and it's definitely full. Alright, so with that, I'm gonna call it a stream here. I'm actually gonna have it stand. Hopefully stand. So, once again, thank you all so much for coming. I know it was a bit different. From what I usually do. I hope you all enjoyed. I enjoyed myself, at least. So, I'm hoping to keep doing this, as I said, like a once a month thing, right? Because money's a thing that I need. Especially for Gundam. So yeah, once again, thank you so much for coming. I hope you all enjoyed. Again, I realize it is a bit different situation, but I thought it was good. So, yeah, let us find someone to raid. You always gotta raid someone at the end. It is tradition. You have a lot of people online right now. Looks like. Let's do that. Let's do her. Let's do her. So, raid. Woo. And our message is going to be Robo Build. Great. And yeah, once again, thank you all so much for coming. I hope you all have a wonderful night. Make sure you get yourself some water, get yourself some food. And yeah, have a wonderful day.
Hello? Oh, hi. Hi, Vascoprola. I don't remember if I've ever pronounced your name. I think so, probably. It feels weird to pronounce it, though, anyways, so...